Well, heart disease is still the single biggest cause of deaths in Australia. Every day, 170 people have a heart attack. That's equal to 1 every 10 minutes.
With 1 in 20 Aussies currently affected by heart disease, knowing what to do in an emergency can be a matter of life and death. So, what are the warning signs you need to watch out for, and what are the dangerous mistakes you could be making?
CEO of Heart Research Australia, Nicci Dent, joins us live in the studio. Hi, Nicci. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Knowing how to survive a heart attack, it's vital in any sort of emergency situation. You say there are 2 dangerous mistakes that people could be making.
Yeah, the first is that mistake people make is people often thinking that the signs and symptoms are the same for everybody. And the second mistake I see people making is dismissing the symptoms and thinking they'll just go away. And sadly, that results in people not acting quickly enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we think you're having a heart attack, the best course of action is to dial 000 because ambulance help workers can help straight away, and the 000 can give you advice over the phone. They might tell you, for instance, to take aspirin if you can take aspirin, if you're not allergic to it. And then when the ambulance is there, they can take your numbers, put that information over to the hospital so the hospital can be ready, a team waiting for you when you come in, just to speed it all up.
There are many different symptoms to look out for. What are some of the warning signs that we'll get first?
Yeah, the warning signs, I mean, many people think it's just like in the movies, you get that sudden chest pain and you fall to the ground. And if all heart attacks were like that, it'd be very easy to know when to go to hospital. But in reality, whilst chest pain is the leading symptom, there are other symptoms. And they can be, as well as the chest pain, the pain in the jaw, neck, shoulders or arms, indigestion or suddenly feeling dizzy or lightheaded. It's a whole range of symptoms, and as part of our REDFEB event this month, you can have a free pocket guide which shows the signs and symptoms of a heart attack, and it tells you what you can do, because sometimes it's difficult to remember all those symptoms.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Now, women tend to experience some of these symptoms maybe a little bit differently to men. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Women's symptoms, I mean, the leading symptom is still that chest pain, but they can also be much more likely to experience pain in the jaw, neck, shoulder and arm, and pain in the back, and the vomiting and nausea. So those are the sorts of things to look out for.
Okay. Well, what should we do if we think someone is having a heart attack? We're standing by, we're there.
Yeah. So the best thing that you can do is call 000 and get the ambulance there. I do see people making mistakes about driving themselves to hospital, or even somebody else driving them to hospital. So if you're driving yourself to hospital, obviously you could have an accident if you could black out. And if someone is driving you to hospital, they may need to perform CPR on you. So you're much better dialing 000 if you're there with someone, keeping them calm until the ambulance comes.
Okay.
So prevention is the best medicine when it comes to heart health, though, isn't it? It can be overwhelming to know where to start. What's some good tips for us to just be, have a healthy heart?
Yeah, well, at Heart Research Australia, we try to keep it simple by recommending the 4 M's approach. And the first M stands for move, keep moving at any age and any level of fitness. The second M stands for meals, so be intelligent.
Watch them. Watch your meals, is what you're saying?
Yeah, think about what your meals are. Eat intelligently, know what you're eating, and also watch your portion size. And the third M is for measurement, so know your numbers, your weight, your blood pressure, your cholesterol. And my recommendation is, if you're going to the doctors, just make a note of what those numbers are. So if they're changing, you can early on intervene and do something about that.
And mental health is the last one. It's a huge one this year, on the back of last year particularly, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of studies have shown that your mental health can protect you as well as damage your heart health. So our recommendation is find any way to stay optimistic.
Okay. Now, this month, Heart Research Australia is urging people to take part in REDFEB. How do we get involved?
So Heart Research Australia funds research into the prevention, diagnosis and treatment of heart disease. And all this month we've got our REDFEB event where we're inviting people to wear red for someone close to your heart. So whether that's yourself, a family member or a loved one. And we've got a whole range of things happening. Some people having red perms and some runs and some walks and cycle rides.
Great stuff. Lots of great things happening.